Well, it's finally the end of season 4. It's been one hell of a ride. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And I have a lot of self-reflecting to do in the off season. Part of it is relating to how I drove on the track. I made a ton of enemies this season. And boy, did that come back to bite me in the butt more times than it probably should have this year. Add in the fact that we did bring Honda into the sport, so I am happy about that. So, with 2006 being the final year of every driver being where they are, I'm going to be real with y'all. A lot of drivers are going to be moving. Joe earned last time at the last race, he earned the Picking Up Places award. So congratulations to Joe for that. Bill Elliott as well earned Picking Up Places. So back-to-back Honda drivers winning Picking Up Places. I won Pole Award. Three of the last 4 I've won the pole. Kevin Harvick was front runner twice. So that was 20 points that he didn't need, but he got them. I am disgusted. And I hate Martin Truex Jr. right now. But with 16 top 5 finishes, more top 10 or second most top 10s, really decent. Actually, the only driver to finish sub top 10 all year long, it's Kevin Harvick. Congratulations to him. We had several winners this season, though, and that's been really cool. Bill Elliott getting himself a win this year. Out of his 13 starts, 2 top 10s, 3 top 5s, 1 win. So Bill Elliott deserved his his win this year. A large majority of drivers deserved more than I got. Larry Foyt made a start. Steve Park made a start. Derek Cope made 3 starts this season. Andy Hillenberg, Travis Kvapil. Like we have had a ton of drivers make starts this season. As a matter of fact, I believe we've also had more drivers lead laps this season. 46. We don't even have 46 guys on track at one time. We have 43. We've had 46 different drivers lead at least 1 lap this season. That's crazy. But yeah, this was a regression year for us. We regressed, but that's because we had Honda. We brought Honda into the sport. We've got 13 poles. We've got all the poles in the world. We just have nothing to show for it. We did somehow get ahead of Ford, though, and I'm assuming that was with the Bill Elliott win that allowed us to jump ahead of Ford. So we did move up in the manufacturer's championship. The problem is Chevy has 100 more points than we got. Yeah, that's a problem. Truex Jr. won the Daytona 500. Then it was Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, me, Jimmy Johnson. I mean, you can literally just go down the list here and see who won what during the season to win that championship for manufacturer. And it was a ton of Chevy-based drivers this season. I believe wholeheartedly that most of the race wins were by Chevy drivers. Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick, that's 11 right there. Martin Truex Jr., 13. Jeff Gordon, 15. Jeff Burton, 17. Brian Vickers, 18. Sterling Marlin is a Chevy driver. That's 19. Jimmy Johnson, 20. Kyle Busch. I almost forgot about Kyle Busch. He won a race. 21 of the 36 races were won by Chevy. Holy flipping hell. Well, yeah. Yep. That's how this season has gone. Well, Atlanta's the last race of the season, and we're going to bring the best chassis that we have and the best motor we can bring and the only car body we got. 60 overall rated car. We've won on a 62 rated car at a sister track, which is Lowe's. Hopefully my home track will be good for us. Our team will be well rested because we're literally based right near Atlanta Motor Speedway and we're good to go. I'm looking forward to today's season finale. It's been one hell of a ride with you guys. Thanks so much for viewing. Can't wait to move on to season 5 and show you guys an all new experience that you guys probably would have never even thought was possible. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the end of this very long, rough, over the top season by me. Let's go to Atlanta. Let's go racing. Alrighty, here we go. Oh boy. I actually don't want this season to end. There are times when I wish I could go back in time and redo some of these races this season. I know it's not possible. Again, we do everything one shot, one take. So everything you see is done. There is no rewinds, no resets, no redos, no anything. It literally is whatever happens in that race is what you guys see. And it is crazy that we actually didn't DNF as often as I thought we would have, considering the level of our equipment. But it's also a shame that we DNF'd at probably some of the more critical tracks that we didn't need a DNF at, which was Martinsville for one here in the chase. We'll take a poll, last poll of the season for Honda. Let's go racing at home.
We're live from the Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia for today's running of the Georgia 500. This place has it all. They even have a 9-story office and condominium complex right here at the track. And there is always great racing to go along with the amenities. Isn't that right?
There sure have been some incredible finishes here at Atlanta. In the March race of 2001, Kevin Harvick beat Jeff Gordon to the checkered by mere inches to win his first NASCAR Winston Cup race. Given the circumstances and the emotion of that victory, that is one that people will talk about for decades to come.
The 53 car seems to always have a good starting position at the speedways.
Yes, but don't forget, it takes a lot of people working together to get that car starting in the top 10 every week.
The 52 car has had some trouble in qualifying this year.
Man, does this make getting a win tough. He has to be careful not to beat up the car, as aerodynamics have become so important at these speedway tracks. And that's not easy to do when you have the whole field starting in front of you.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And here's the starting lineup for the race. In the front row.
Did we just have Dale Jr. and Jimmy Johnson absolutely demolish the field? Holy crap. Also, anybody know where Dale Jr. go? Now we got to watch it. I'm sorry. We now have to. This is the second race in a row that this has happened. Guys, I think Jimmy Johnson is out. And green, yellow. And they're wrecking behind us. And we don't see anything that happened.
The field races back to the start-finish line, but we are under caution. The yellow flag is out after a problem
Okay.
on the race course. That's a tough race for those guys.
Green flag. Officially, the green flag of the Georgia 500. Casey Mears is out. Jimmy Johnson is also out. Mears is listed as taking no lap. A 0. He's completed no laps today. Jimmy completed 1. Well, we're running the engine a little risky today, so I'll have to be a little careful of my liftoff points.
You're right there with the leader. Stay with it.
Got Casey Kane ahead of me with Kurt Busch leading early. I mean, honestly, leading laps right now, winning the race, it's the furthest thing from my mind. It's just getting out of season 4. We're going to have some debris cautions, I'm assuming, by the way. Shout out to Jimmy Johnson for the wreck that he caused. Dale Jr. is actually still circulating, by the way, guys. I don't know where he is. Oh, never mind. I do know. He's behind me. He's up to 6th. After nearly getting taken out by Jimmy Johnson. I think Jimmy just did not want to do the race today. Jimmy felt like how I was feeling. He was like, the sooner we can get out of here, the better, right? So I'm going to obliterate as many people as possible. I think that's what Jimmy Johnson was thinking. Trying to put on a good show here, but I don't know if we're going to have the car for this. I'm not reeling in Casey Kane, nor am I reeling in Kurt Busch. Actually, I'm losing time to him. Can y'all imagine that we started both of the final 2 races with a glitch that's been known in the game forever? We never had those glitches when I played prior to the last episode in this one. It's crazy to me. The off season will be a lot of work between me and Honda, but the good news is we at least have a season's worth of a notebook to go back to. And we've got plenty to give them. Can't give them anything for track specific stuff, unfortunately. So I can't tell them what we like for speedways, but knowing that we're going to be having so many teams on the Honda platform next season, hopefully that means really well for us. I mean, I don't want us to struggle. Obviously, I don't want any other team to struggle, but Honda has already committed to us to step it up for season 5, our 5th year in NASCAR, our 2nd with them. We've got so many drivers changing rides. It's going to be impossible to remember who's going to be all where. I'm already wrapping my head around one of our drivers that's going to be here. Of course, this would be the one race where Kevin Harvick isn't doing so hot. Never mind, I lied. He's 12th. Scott Pruitt made the race, though. So did Robbie Gordon. Yeah, Casey Kane and Kurt Busch have checked out from me here. But Kurt's going to come down pit road way early.
That speed will get us to the front. Keep it up. Just 2 seconds back now. 2 seconds.
This is going to be a fuel mileage race at this point, considering that people are pitting already. And Kurt Busch is a lap down. I know we're low on fuel. I think we can go one more, though. And if I'm wrong, well, that's just the story of my life this season.
Keep him behind you if you can. You're closing on the leader.
Goal was to go as deep into the run as I could. Mission accomplished.
I'd like to see him stay back there. Some of the leaders are coming in together.
And now Mistake getting on the pit road.
Story of my life.
Pit road speed, and he will be
Story of my life this season.
that will put extra pressure on this big crew to make sure they make no mistakes to get him back out into the race. As the driver hits
A caution would be great.
go to the right side first. Change right side tires. 1 can of racing fuel going in. The crew will now swing over to the left side. This will be
Please,
4
a caution.
Four
A
tires,
caution.
2 cans
Come on, give me a caution.
racing fuel. The penalty really hurts, but next time, maybe the car won't up heading on the pit road.
Number 99 is still there. The 99 car just got into you. Clear on both sides.
Story of our season. Self-inflicted penalties, problems, cars that weren't really up to snuff. Yeah. This was a season to forget.
He's not too happy with it.
68.25.
5-second penalty dropped us from 3rd all the way to 25th. I was too concerned about us potentially not making it on the pit road because we were about to run out of fuel. I just had a momentary lapse. Misjudged it.
22.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice lap.
Made a tire pressure adjustment to try my best here. But yeah. I think this is a race that's dead to rights for us. It's just a microcosm of the problems that we've had. We're gonna make a number of wholesale changes over the off season. I'm looking forward to what Honda can do. Given the fact that they'll have a full off season with our team, their R&D will come in handy. And with them backing out of F1 officially, it looks like we might actually have a lot more support from them. So, real huge.
81.
Run some more like that one. Whoa, that was a quick lap.
Number 30, down low. You're clear.
You know, I'm not above wrecking Scott Riggs.
Easy now.
I'm not above wrecking Scott Riggs. I'm really not.
I'd like to see him stay back there. Watch your fuel.
32, north.
Good lap.
The 01 car, down low. Okay, we're clear.
More tires won't help us. Be careful. Pit road's getting busy. Leaders are headed in.
And now trouble on the backstretch. A problem on the back straight has put it under the yellow flag. You wouldn't expect that to be a place where you'd have a problem, but we are under yellow. Field now works back to the stripe. Caution is out.
I must hate myself for something. I must have really ticked off NASCAR, the NASCAR gods, because I'm getting absolutely demolished every single race. It's my fault though. Came off the wall and it just turned right. 21, 50. Everyone just starts piling in. Michael Waltrip piles in. It is just a microcosm of what's been going on this season. This right here. Penalty during green flag pit stops. A wreck here. A wreck in Martinsville. Getting destroyed in Homestead. I mean, at this point, I've just got to admit that I'm probably the problem. I'm the problem, guys. Let me go back up on the tire pressure. Several cars aren't pitting. Also, John Andretti is 41st on lap 36 of 40. So he's like 4 laps off the pace somehow. I don't know if he's out. I don't know. And then I see Kyle Busch behind me and his hood is messed up. The 40 car's pit and his rear deck lid is messed up. And we're 21st.
Field stayed out that time, so there will be a lot of cars in front of us.
And Joe leads. And guess what? He'll be making a pit stop. He'll be making a pit stop. The 88 is destroyed.
66. The 07 car is still there.
I've got Kevin Harvick behind me.
Got the lead. Okay, we're clear. Number 22, down low.
Don't let him by, but try not to hold him up either.
Clear.
I can't even ask what the hell happened. Let me guess. I hit Dale Jarrett hard enough to blow his fuel cell? Yes. Because somehow Robbie Gordon no-talented himself.
Leaders out front by 3.5 seconds.
And somehow Dale Jarrett is still on track after getting demolished by me. The man's fuel cell is ruptured. He's still rolling. I'm pitting. I'm gonna repair the damage. This is our season in a nutshell.
Many cars now hit pit road and begin to make the long journey to their
2 other cars have hit pit road with me.
and ready. This is what they
And we still have
no mistake.
22 laps to go.
You want to have a chance to win here on pit road.
4 tires and fuel. Let's lower the wedge. It's a season. It's a season to forget. Here at the end, anyway. I mean, overall, we've got wins with Honda. Stevens won with Honda. Joe's been up there with Honda. Bill Elliott has won with Honda. AJ Allmendinger has been up there. I mean, for literally just, 5 Hondas in the field this season, we haven't done so bad.
Out on that caution, so we're starting toward the back.
Like, we haven't. Dale Jarrett is still on track.
His car is off the track. Green flag is in the air. The track is clear for the early caution. And we're back underway. Racing down into the corner as the leader heads down the track.
88.92.
There's a 3-second margin between you and the leader.
The 88 car is passing low. Number 10 is attempting a box.
We've already talked about these blocks, right, Scott? We've talked about it.
I'd like to see him stay back there.
31.82.
20 to go.
I'm talking about nice laps.
And the debris... Well, I saw the debris fly through the air. So many other drivers lost debris. And how the 40 car hasn't spun out by losing his... This is a great camera angle. By losing his rear deck lid is beyond me. And John Andretti is, yet again, out of the race. I'm tempted to pit. So I think I will. Steven was behind Joe, who was the race leader. Steven is a lap down. Joe was the leader. Joe has just hit pit road. I'm pitting because why the hell not? You know, why not? This is probably going to be enough for us to get to the end, I guess. I don't even know. Fuel efficiency wise, we're not there. Power wise, we're really not there. And pit crew makes a mistake with a tire rolling across the line. But it's okay. We're 26th. We are officially the last car on the lead lap. And I think Steven got his lap back.
Most of the field stayed out that time, so there will be a lot of cars in front of us.
The leader paces the field back as we get ready.
I guess not.
Green flag is in the air. They get down to turn number 1. Cars in the back trying to race their way back up to the front. Meanwhile, the leader takes them down to turn 1.
58.53.
Dale Jarrett lost the fuel cell and is perfectly fine. We've got cars running out of gas.
He's going to make passing tough on you. We got some cars headed down pit road.
No, we don't.
Take care
Not this time anyway.
of Eagles.
Clear all around.
I'm up to third because of all that.
33.49.
I made it to third because of that mess.
Just 2 seconds back now. 2 seconds.
Because Kyle Busch, ladies and gentlemen, lost some debris. Everybody behind me is about to pit. You know what I'm thinking? What the hell? We're not racing for a win. We're racing for fun at this point. So let's come down pit road again. Let's see. Everyone else is pitting. 4 tires and fuel. We're not going to repair the damage because we've already repaired the damage. There ain't nothing to repair at this point. I don't know who the new race leader will be. Bobby Labonte was the leader. Now it's Jeff Gordon. Ken Schrader's a lap down. We'll see. I think it's Reed Sorensen. Peachtree City's Reed Sorensen will inherit the race lead. Go figure. This is I don't even know if this is a race anymore. We've had more caution laps than anything else. I hope you guys subscribe for the cautions. At this point, this is NASCAR Thunder 04 pacing.
Some guys stayed out to gain track position.
I'm very well aware guys stayed out to gain track position. I'm in 22nd. I was 3rd. We were up to 3rd.
The 31 car was coming low.
I'm clocking the leader at about 2 seconds ahead.
Yeah, we just got no engine power.
Everything okay?
No. We have no engine power.
Number 31 is trying a block. All clear, buddy.
I think we've made more pit stops than everybody else has. I think Kevin Harvick just put Jamie McMurray in the wall.
Keep running that line. That lap was fast.
Got one outside. Still there.
Keep an eye on your mirror. He's not too.
We'll see how this goes. I'm not worried about pitting again. We're 22nd.
The 31 car up high.
Multiple cars stayed out. Like 11 of them. So we should have been like 11th had people not stayed out.
30, 21.
You're looking great from where I'm sitting. How's the car feeling? You need to pick it up about 2.5 seconds on the leader.
Elliott Sadler.
Something if he catches you.
Number 31 is outside.
Thanks, Elliott. No reason to do that here.
Clear on both sides.
None. Car is more wounded than anything else. Surprised we're still not DNF.
32, 82.
I actually am surprised that we're not DNF'd at this point.
Car low.
He might try to rattle your cage.
We're narrow spot. Keep digging. You're clear. Number 10 down low.
Settle down.
And now the yellow flag is out. Caution now for an accident here on the front stretch of the field. Race its way through the corner and back to the yellow flag. We are under caution after an accident here on the front stretch.
32, 42.
You're flying out there, buddy. Good job. Just 6 seconds separate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Riggs. My man's hit me hard enough to make my car skip. Nope. No pit stop for me. I'm the only former Pontiac in the top 10.
Bunches up, and we're back on the way. Green flag is in the air on the restart as the field races its way down towards turn number 1.
88, 57. The 10.
Greg Sachs leads this race, by the way. Part-timer.
Car down low.
Keep your cool, buddy. We don't need to race that way.
Scott, I don't need you hitting me.
Clear all around.
He's got some revenge built up.
It's already bad enough that Elliott Sadler caused some of my pain today.
32, 22.
Attaboy. Keep it smooth, just like that. Stay patient. You're about 4 seconds behind the leader.
That pass was for position. Nice job. All clear, buddy.
Scott, I don't appreciate that at all. Casey Kane up to second.
Car low.
We don't want him getting beside us.
Okay, we're clear.
You're not making any friends out there.
And now the yellow flag is out. Caution now
Yep.
for an accident here on the front stretch.
Season 4 in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it ends.
Lots of caution laps were run in this race.
Lots of cautions usually only means one thing. A lot of damaged race cars. I know the teams aren't happy about that.
The Coca-Cola car didn't have much of a race.
He stayed in the fight all race long. Things just never quite went his way.
The 53 car probably won't be hanging out after the race with the 1 car.
It should be interesting the next time they get next to each other on the racetrack. At this point, nobody wants to back down, and we could see some sparks fly.
We hope you enjoyed today's race as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, this is EA Sports signing off.
Our season in a nutshell. I don't even know what to say. Our season ended with that. Another DNF. My own fault. I shouldn't have made so many rivals. At least we can start prepping for season 5. Scott Pruitt wins. Holy crap. That caught me off guard. Scott Pruitt wins. He wins the $1 million payout for today's race. He beat Jeremy Mayfield. Elliott Sadler, Joe finishes 4th, Robbie Gordon 5th, Jamie McMurray, Casey Kane, Mark Martin, AJ Allmendinger, and Dave Blaney are your top 10. Jimmy Johnson and Casey Mears didn't record a lap. I finished 40th. Ironically, somehow, behind Scott Riggs. Great. Greg Sachs led 9 laps and finishes 38th because I'm sure he needed to make a pit stop late in the going. Steven finishes 18th. Kurt Busch finishes 17th. I don't even know who led the most laps today. Bro, Scott Pruitt led 1 lap and broke a 4-second gap to win the race. Season 4 has been very frustrating for me, but we've had some surprise winners. I'm gonna go home. I don't know. Oh my God, the offseason couldn't have come sooner. With a 60-point gap still to Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick is officially the champion. I finished 3rd in the standings, beating out Matt Kenseth. So we stayed in the top 5. That's the good part. We stayed in the top 5. The bad part is that we DNF'd last couple of races. Not great. Also, Steven finished dead last in the chase, 13th. Joe made it up to 19th, though, so that's a surprise. I didn't realize Joe actually climbed the standings. He made it up to 19th. AJ Allmendinger up to 20th in the standings. Okay, our boys did some work down there. Good job for the Honda. I mean, y'all helped. Although you guys are leaving, y'all helped. I appreciate it. Top 34 were the last few guys that actually ran every race this season, which includes, Joe Nemechek. Brian Vickers actually missed a race because of a suspension, but because he won, he actually jumped ahead of Joe Nemechek, who completed every race this season, all 36 races. Brian Vickers somehow managed to outdo Joe Nemechek. Dale Jarrett struggled this season. Michael Waltrip struggled with his own race team, which was to be expected. He was a single car organization underneath the Dodge banner. Reed Sorensen struggled this season. Dale Jr. had a really bad struggle. Clint Boyer, Greg Biffle struggled. Ken Schrader, Tony Stewart, Mark Martin. Surprise name down there. 2003 champion, Mark Martin. Yeah. So we got some names down there that shouldn't have been there. John Andretti was benched a few races along with Jeremy Mayfield. Scott Riggs didn't make every race this season, although he was a pain in my backside. David Strimmy, Mike Bliss, Bill Elliott didn't make every race, finishes 40th in the standings. Terry Labonte 41st, Paul Menard 42nd, Stanton Barrett 43rd over Ricky Craven by 1 point. Congratulations. Scott Pruitt, race winner, Scott Pruitt, I might add, finishes 45th in the standings with 1 race win, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s this season. Okay. Stephen Light made a few races this season, Kerry Earnhardt, and the list just kind of goes further down until we get to 69th with Steve Park and Larry Foyt. As you guys remember, the 18 car, which was JJ Yaley by Joe Gibbs Racing, he was demoted back to Busch Series, so he didn't actually make any more starts past the 5 that he made. Kyle Petty made 5 starts this season for Petty Enterprises, and he wasn't doing all that great either, but that's okay. It happens. So the work for season 5, aka next year, begins. We're going to go ahead and before we wrap everything up, we're going to go ahead and chuck the most recent chassis in for an overhaul. Team is unhappy. Our boys are unhappy today. We're going to chuck this engine in for a repair. And the last remaining one of the car bodies that we had, we'll go ahead and go in for an overhaul, and we were going to go ahead and start building a new one which will be done actually over the off season. So it says 9 races time. With Honda's help, we're actually going to get that right around Daytona. So we'll have a full fleet of 4 cars at our disposal. Every single one of these cars are going to be done. They're going to be done with the overhauls. They're going to be done with the repairs and things like that, which really helps. So we can go into next year with everything, wrapped up. So a lot of the team will be working. They're going to get a 1 week off vacation. Then they will start work for next season's stuff with the help of Honda, and we should be somewhat fine going into next year. Got HPD, got Honda, got all of our sponsors, really locked in, which is all Honda. So yeah, season's over for us. We didn't do well here in the chase where we needed it the most. NASCAR is going to make a slew of announcements over the next couple of weeks here. Stay tuned to my community post channel to see what that entails. I've heard rumor of a new point system, another one. I've heard rumor of a bunch of drivers changing seats. A lot of teams are switching manufacturers this season. So I'm looking forward to 2007. The Honda Chronicles aren't over. It's a surprise we finished 3rd in the standings, but I'm hearing rumor is that next year is going to be much harder to get these get up in there. So we'll see what happens. It's a shame we DNF'd at my own home track, so close to the end. Got some rivalries to work out, got some friends to make, got some calls to make. Season 4 ends on a low note. That's okay. The only way from here is up. I'll see you guys in season 5. Necro Darius out.